and thank you everyone for joining us for this session of Webinar Wednesday. Today we are going to look at the integration of ArcGIS Online with GeoSync GO Plus. Our theme, of course, everyday technology for everyday work. This plays right into that theme. We're utilizing mobile technology, GIS data, and then of course everyday workflows. And in this case, we're integrating your layers that you may be using with ArcGIS through ArcGIS Online. So the idea here is to utilize data that you may have in ArcGIS that you've shared as a data source through ArcGIS Online. We're going to actually utilize those ArcGIS Online sources as a data source in GeoSync GO Plus. The prerequisite here is that you would need to publish your data as a service in ArcGIS Online. Then first thing we'll need to do is configure your GeoSync GO Plus account so it will actually connect and utilize the ArcGIS Online account. So the first thing you need to do, as I mentioned, we need to configure your GeoSync GO Plus account itself to actually connect to your ArcGIS Online data source. So the first thing you would do is log into your GeoSync GO Plus as an administrator. You need to log in with administrative privileges and then go to your account settings. So don't actually open a project. You want to go to your account. So we're going to make some changes there. In the account, you actually want to edit. You want to select account and edit. And you need to add your ArcGIS Online credentials. So in ArcGIS login, you want to add of course this is our login, username, and then select the change ArcGIS password and enter your ArcGIS account password there. So at that point, of course, as usual, don't forget to save. If you don't save your settings, this won't work. So we've got our username and passwords for ArcGIS Online included in our GeoSync GO Plus account. That gives us access to those data sources. The next thing, very important, you want to, after you save your credentials in your GeoSync GO Plus account for ArcGIS Online, you want, of course, make sure you save, and it's very important that you sign out at this point. Sign out of your GeoSync GO Plus account. And actually, before that, also another important issue, you want to actually set up the connection in GeoSync GO Plus to your ArcGIS Online before you try to start adding the services, which should be self-evident. But so log in, set up your account, and at this point, GeoSync GO Plus has access to your ArcGIS Online services that you publish. So the first thing we need to do is add one of those services as a data source in GeoSync GO Plus. To do that, go back into your GeoSync GO account and sign back in as an administrator again, because you're going to be making some settings. And once you sign in and go to the account, you want to select sources. These are our data sources that we're going to draw from to create layers. Next, you will need to, of course, create a new source, GeoSync GO, similar to what we would do for any source that we would add, source of data that we add, and give it a name. It'll say new source. I forget what the default is, but you'll want to give the data source a name. I've given this fire stations. That's what we're going to pull in, and then we need to select the the source type. In this case, we'll select ArcGIS feature service. The next thing you'll want to do is actually add the URL for the service in ArcGIS Online that you want to connect to. You can see, and also you want to verify that the source, in case you copy it from the URL in ArcGIS Online, if you go into that shared data source and copy that URL, it may come in as HTTP. you want to make sure, if it does, to add the S. This is HTTPS. This way it needs to be entered in GeoSync GO Plus for secure service. And also, we need to activate or turn on the requires authentication. Actually, it says use my ArcGIS username and password to access the data. And again, you want to save that setting. And we'll take you back out. At that point, you have a data source in GeoSync GO Plus that is pulling from your ArcGIS Online published service that you selected. At that point, it's very similar to any other data source that we would bring into GeoSync GO for the GeoSync GO workflow or GeoSync GO GIS database. You'll need to configure a style for your layer or for your data source. You'll need to create a layer for that and attach the data source that we just created, and then add that layer to the project that you're using. At that point, when you open your project up in GeoSync GO Plus, you'll see that ArcGIS Online data source or data service as a layer, and again the features display. You can have your labels. You can identify those and get more information. So it is a data source in GeoSync GO Plus. That is about it. Thank you very much.